Hello everyone. Peter Sterlacci here, founder of Believe, Become, Be Your Brand. Out for a gorgeous ride today here in Kyoto, Japan, and decided to continue my 5-part video series giving you 10 steps that you can take to build a powerful personal brand from today. Now, my first video in that part 1, we talked about steps 1 and 2. If you remember, step 1 is this idea of knowing yourself to grow yourself. Going through the process of self-reflection and getting external feedback from those who know you well to understand how your personal brand is perceived to the world around you. The second step is to define your VPs, what we call your vision and purpose, your values and your passions. So let's continue to cycle onward into the next 2 steps in this 10-step process. So step 3 is to identify your target audience. Now remember, any strong brand, whether it's a product, a place, or a person like you and me, basically does not try to be everything to everyone. It essentially tries to be something to some people. In other words, what we're trying to do is identify those people who need to know us. This is our target audience. These are the folks who are making critical decisions about us. When it's a product, it's a customer who becomes a loyal customer, a loyal fan. And for your personal brand, it is that target group of individuals who need to know who you are so that they can make the right decisions about you and connect with you and want to be basically part of your brand community. Someone told me that in personal branding, the idea is not to be famous, but to be selectively famous. In other words, select the target group that needs to know you and attract them to you. And it's okay to push away those who don't really need to know you, because they're not part of that audience who is going to make those critical decisions about you. Step 4 now is to tell your story. We all have a story to tell. No matter what we believe, we all have a story. And that story is what makes us unique and differentiates us from everybody else. People can identify with your story. We love to hear stories. And even though we might find similar things in your story that might be similar to my story, at the end of the day, each story that we have is totally different and unique to us and only to us. And this is a critical part of defining that unique value that you bring to the world. Your credentials, your resume, all those things that you have on your resume are very important. They really, really are. But I recently read a Harvard Business Review study that said that 15% of the reason that people get a job, keep a job, or advance in a job is due to their technical skills. Now that leaves 85% for something else. And what do you think that is? Well, it's our people skills. It is who we are, it's our personality, it's our story. I've said this before in many other videos. I truly believe in what Michael Margolis of GetStory.com says when he says that character trumps credentials. So your story is your brand. Identify it, find out what it is, tell it, and broadcast it to the world. So those are our 2 steps today, to identify your target audience and be prepared to tell your story. I hope this has been a useful video for you. I look forward to continuing on this journey into our next video where I'll give you steps 5 and 6 in this 10-step process for you to build a powerful personal brand. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you've seen the first part of this video series. If not, and if you're on YouTube, just look over to the right, you'll see it there. If you're on my website, just go to the videos tab, and all of my personal branding with a spin video tips are there for you to enjoy. Please share a comment, like this video if you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time, and best of luck to you, as I always say, on your journey to believe, become, and be your brand. Take care. Bye-bye. There is the city of Kyoto down there in the not too far distant. Did I say distant? Distance.